Hi everyone. I recorded a very long video, and while recording it, I thought that the intro that I gave before recording the video was not sufficient. So I'm just adding few bits before you get into the video. This is a reading that I've done for a friend, a very close friend, and I know his birth chart in and out. And this person been struggling with a lot of things in his life, especially with communications, and right now very badly stuck with something about communicating with others. And so he asked me, why don't you do a whole life purpose reading? Because he knows a lot of things about his life purpose, because I've decoded few things for him through his birth chart, but then uh, nothing is working for him. It's so stagnant that he constantly into a depressive state of mind. And then he forced me that do a complete life spread reading for me, and I have never done something like this. So I thought I'll do something like this, but then I'll also share with you if I get his permission. And he, after doing the reading, he gave me the permission that I can. I did not record that read because it was very interactive. We did for this whole read this whole spread of 70 cards in possibly uh, 2.5 hours. Now, when I re-recorded the whole thing, it was about 40-45 minutes. So it was very interactive, and I kept on asking him a lot of questions, and he answered in between, which is immaterial, not required in this reading here. But I thought that I should share this experience with my followers on YouTube, my family members, because it was very unique for me, and it was quite nice experience also. So the rest of the thing possibly is explained in the video which you will see after this, and there is a short intro there as well. But I feel that this is very profound, and this person has a very unique birth chart. I picked up certain placements of the planets and the nakshatras in which they are placed to relate to what the cards are showing, and then it painted a very beautiful picture from what he's struggling right now and what will he achieve later in his life, and he'll continue to. And somewhere it showed me that he's going to live for a very long uh, time. So I feel that he is at least going to live 108 years, which is a big, a big number. Anyhow, having said that, thank you so much. If you have the patience to watch this video, do leave your comments if you found this as a fun experience or enlightening experience. I don't know, because this is nowhere related to you, but if you still watched it, to know what are the possibilities combining astrology and tarot, I'll be glad to hear that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye. Namaste. Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to Astral. Don't ask me what I'm doing. No, no, you can ask me. I'm going to tell you. Uh, there's 70 cards laid out here. You cannot see all of them on the frame, but I will give the sequence of the cards uh, in the description, which card came after when, and I'll describe it also right now so you'll have understanding. But this is an experiment that I'm doing with someone. Okay, I'm mixing astrology and tarot here for a friend here who has his birth nakshatra in Purva Ashada. Purva Ashada nakshatra is about a war kind of situation, and also fighting and succeeding. and somebody who has them uh, lagna or ascendant in this nakshatra uh, always have that kind of charged up in their life. Like if something doesn't work, they are on their way to fight for it. They cannot stop. And then there is a certain kind of concept in astrology, which is what is the purpose of the soul, why you were born, and that in this particular birth chart represents uh, Ashlesha, which is more related to uh, hidden knowledges. It's represented by snakes, Ashlesha Nakshatra. So there are certain aspects of Ashlesha Nakshatra, to keep it short. It's they have a lot of negative publicity in astrology community. In certain segments, that it's the most revengeful nakshatra and all, but I don't believe that. Snakes to me represents deeper knowledge, deeper sense. They usually sense things first, but yeah, it is difficult for them to reach out to places, because snakes are supposed to live underground, and then they are also they don't have legs. They sense everything, but they have to take the longest path to reach somewhere. They cannot walk straight. So this person's life is of to soul's lesson to a certain way is related to communications, because this nakshatra is ruled by Mercury, and to reach out to people through various channels, but you would never directly reach the targeted audience directly. You have to go through different twists and turns to be able to reach your target. And this person has been struggling with a lot of communication issues of lately. So we started doing a tarot card reading, and then I was like, uh, let's go a free flow kind of reading. So started with the Fool. I just fixated with the first card as Fool. It actually did not. I didn't even started with Fool. The first card which had fallen down was Fool, and I was like, okay, let's start with the Fool, and we will end when we get the World card, and we'll see where the card leads. And when the World card came at the 68 position, like there were 68 cards, then I picked up the top and bottom of the card. The top was again this person trying to reach out with other people and has thoughts all over the place, is not able to culminate his thoughts right now. So, what's the journey of reaching out to the people? Because here the thoughts are so uh, wide and so distractive in his mind, that if he can make or he can break his whole communication channel, and which is scary. So the very first card that we got was Fool, and then we got this idea that let's fix on the Fool card and bring the journey. And the next card was Page of Cups. So communication, again communication, and the communication style is very sober, very loving, very caring, and not very aggressive right now. That's what the card is saying. The person is trying to communicate in a very simplistic way and in a very loving and caring way, not to hurt anyone's sentiments, not to do anything. And then we have this devil. The next card is Devil, and he's trapped in this whole uh, segment where he doesn't want to break any norms. He doesn't want anyone to feel offended. He doesn't want to feel uh, any backlash from anyone, because he feels that he would be fine if he just follow the rules, and that's where the mistake is happening. Because immediately after the devil is the Chariot card, which is saying that the progress, the moving forward, is forwardness is blocked because the devil is holding the chariot, caging the chariot, and not able to move forward. And then that's the next card which had fallen out was the Lovers card, which is like you have to make choice either to take the burdens of the rule with, because the after Lovers we see the 10 of wands, and which is all about the burden. So either you have the choice to take the burden of all the people and their sentiments and their move and where they want to go and how they want to move ahead in life, and you want to fit yourself in that space because they are dynamically changing, their needs are changing, and you are in the process of observing them and changing yourself constantly, but you are not able to deliver your own message because Mercury, being the messenger of God, for this person has a lot of important messages. This person has a lot of specific important messages which can help a lot of people, but then he's not able to deliver that. That is the irony here, and the lesson that he has to learn here is that okay, the snake is going haywire right now, not able to go the straight line, and how to get out of that mode or how to leverage that, because ancient texts would show that snakes are guardians of the treasure. He is guarding a treasure, deepest knowledge he's guarding, and he's not able to deliver it to the right people in the most right specific way. And after what the 10 of wands that I'm seeing here is 7 of cups and knight of wand, which is like he has a lot of ambitions about future, that he would rise to the occasion and move forward. And you can see the knight of wand here, and this half of the cards are visible here. I'm glad something is visible. So what I'm seeing here is that this person, this has a lot of hopes and aspirations about future, and not a very specific aspiration. That's the problem here, and he's struggling after achieving a lot of things at the same time. He is not really focusing on one thing, and that's where things are little unhealthy for him, if I must say that word, because the energies are scattered and not focused anywhere, and that is creating some troubles. So, nevertheless, a realization is coming, which is good news, and he's transforming himself. And what I'm seeing here is that he's understanding that the Purva Ashada Nakshatra thing is falling in place for him right now, where he's bringing that strategy to win this war. He is in a war, he understands, and he's in the war of communication, and he has to win that. And he is now single mindedly focused on one direction. Although he would feel a bit stagnant once he focuses on one direction, one specific goal, on delivering just one message at this moment in time. He will feel little stagnated. He will feel that he's not moving forward, but he will slowly move forward, and there would be a time where he would tap into that air element, and he would reach a lot of places, and he would help a lot of people who are in distress, who have lost a lot of battles. He would be able to reach out to them and show them what is wrong with them. That's where this Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Four of Swords, and Ace of Swords is like he's going to have self clarity about what is his strength, and also he's going to help others, and he will also bring out of himself, and there would be a realization that he doesn't have to choose between good or bad. He doesn't have to choose between pleasing everyone and still delivering his message. He will become very straightforward, very witty, because somewhere he has that quality of being very witty, but then very shrewd. He would be like uh, he can he would be like butter knife kind of person. He can cut things at the right time very softly and then move out of that place. Six of swords showing that he would make that damage of certain people, because he's not pleasing them anymore, and he's communicating the divine message in a very specific way. He'll make that damage. He'll feel bad that he made that damage, but then he will not wait there. He'll move on. He'll move on to find stability, because the very next card here is Four of Wands. He will move on to find that stability and a certain kind of richness in his life, because the next card here would be Queen of Pentacles, which is saying that he would taste success now, and he would not wait for anything. But somewhere in back of his heart, he still feels that uh, he would still feel that there is some kind of mistake that he has done by subtly placing his message without caring for others. Because I see Five of Cups. He's focusing on those people who were feeling the heat of that new message, because somewhere he has disrupted their own thoughts and processes. Certain people who were very successful in their life were so disoriented now because of this message, and that they lost their success in certain way, and he feels that he is responsible for that, and nevertheless he'll get out of that mode very quickly, because immediately the next card of Five of Cups is a King of Pentacles, which is saying that yes, it is fine. I have found my success, and that was more important for me rather than taking care of other sentiments and issues. Somewhere he's finding that material growth and success, and he has learned to hide those guilty emotions, because we have Queen of Cups who knows how to hide the emotions and how to uh, take things forward without feeling or showing the emotions. Very politically correct and very politically right. So he's finding that kind of space, leading to exploring the hidden world even more, because he started his journey by exploring something hidden, because of uh, the Ashlesha Nakshatra also falling in his 8th house of his birth chart. So I'm trying to integrate his birth chart as much as possible in this reading, because that's how I can give him the solution. I cannot promise him a very good solution just by astrology or just by tarot. So I thought I'll club everything for him today and ultimately find a solution. So it looks like he started his journey by exploring the hidden aspects of life and got a lot of knowledge and got initial success, and now he's forced to go back and explore even further, go even more deeper, because 8th house is Scorpio, deepest of emotions. He has to, and clogged emotions, because Pisces is the place where one gets an understanding of universal consciousness and the divinity. But to reach there, one has to go through the clogged emotions which are cluttered. So he is forced to go back into that space to find more knowledge in those cluttered emotions. And the next card is Six of Cups, talking about past memories. Maybe in future he will be able to tap into past lives, his own life, past life, and he'll understand. Now again, the cards are visible. uh, he'll understand where his heart was broken in the past life, or where he has broken others' hearts in the past life, and he would be able to mend that thing and not repeat such mistakes, or protect himself from others where he was broken. Because somewhere Purva, Ashada, Nakshatra is, the soul is on the fight right now, because the soul was broken in the past in a very wrong way, and now he wants to fight for it. He wants to fight, and he's not able to recollect till now what happened in his past life. But somewhere in this journey, I'm seeing that he will be able to tap into that past life connection and would find out what actually broke him, to that extent that he had to fight in the past life, couldn't succeed, and now in this incarnation he's trying to fight for it again. And that would make him very good with a certain aspect of his own passion, some passionate things that he has, specifically related to occult, and also to other hidden aspects in various fields. He specializes in a way of trying to find the most hidden aspects in any given piece of information. If you give him a pile of text, maybe 1,000, 2,000 pages, he will skim through that in next 1 or 2 days, sometimes even through hours, and he'll just skim through it, turn through pages, read random sentences here and there. It would look so random to us, but in his mind, he has a structure and he's following something like that. And he'll show you something very deep and profound that only a normal person will find after reading through those 1,000 pages, and he would take a month to uh, compile all that information, summarize it, and come to that conclusion. This person will do it sometimes in few hours, sometimes in few days. So he would master that technique that he has randomly picked up from the universal consciousness, or the universal consciousness has gifted him with that skill to actually visit his past life at the right moment and fight for his rights and his reason, whatever was done unjustly for him. Because then, very next card, we have justice here, putting the things at the right place. But there would be a lot of resistance, because when he would try to connect with the past life forces and try to correct everything for himself, that energy that has caused injustice to him is still lingering around in some way, and would try to influence all the people around him in some way to uh, correct things, not allowing him to correct things in this way right now. And what I'm seeing here is that the stars are in his favor. He will find all the support from the higher dimensions, from the. Remember, I spoke about uh, how you can change your destiny through free will and connecting with beings in higher dimensions. He will be able to establish that connection and kill all the politics and all the people who are around him, and when I say kill, it doesn't mean literally go and killing out people. What I mean here is that kill that negative energy or transmute that negative energy to something more beautiful, because the following card is Ace of Cups, overflowing of positive emotions. And so he already has a lot of positivity himself, and he's transmuting a lot of negativity from others. Also, for me, it is very easy for to identify that he is uh, capable of doing that, because he is a very staunch believer of Lord Shiva, like me. So I connect with him very easily, and I know that he has that ability to transform things from negative to positive. And uh, the way Lord Shiva has transformed or transmuted a lot of things, and it was painful for Lord Shiva also. I don't want to get into that mythology, because that's not the purpose of this video. But this is something that I'm sharing my experience with his uh, permission, that he allowed me that, okay, share, without taking name, if you want to share few details here and there, I don't care. So anyhow, the next card here is the Moon. When he is overflowing with that positivity, a certain amount of fear is there that he got this victory now, and where is the life purpose anymore? He has won this war. What else he can do now? He's still alive, but without a purpose. That is something that will come to him and would bother him a lot, because the next card is Six of Wands. That fear is there, that victory is there. Because I'm reading little ahead, you need to see the cards. The next cards after the Moon card is Six of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Hanged Man. He's feared of that stagnation, that Hanged Man, and he's feared that somewhere where he had a lot of authority in his life, that he had a purpose, he had a passion, that he had to fight for it. Now he has the fear that he will stagnate. Luckily, the card after the Hangman, or the two cards after Hangman, are Temperance and Wheel of Fortune. He will have his good senses prevailing after fighting for it, and it won't be an easy fight. Five of Wands, but it would be manageable, because there are bigger fights. Like Seven of Wands is a bigger fight, I feel, compared to Five of Wands. And he also has Seven of Wands here. We will get into that a little later. But what I'm seeing here is that from the Temperance, he'll find balance. Times will change, and he will focus on different things, because after Wheel of Fortune, we have Eight of Pentacles and Nine of Swords, which means that he will learn new things, he'll work on new things, and these new things will show him new weaknesses, because Nine of Swords is sleepless night, and he would be like, you cannot learn something new overnight, and he would have that anxiety. He would have that, okay, I'm not able to succeed here. What should I do? How should I learn this new thing? And then if you can see the Hermit card partially, the next card is a Hermit, which is saying that the only way for him to get out of that anxiety would be to reflect back in himself and learn from everything that he has gone through in this life, and what he has remembered from his past lives, because he would remember few things of his past life at this stage in his life, and that's where he would find some kind of uh, understanding how to master this new skill, because then he would have Ace of Pentacles, where he would have a new conceptual knowledge, which would be very profound, knowing uh, his Ashlesha Nakshatra purpose of soul is to share the knowledge or guard the knowledge. So he now understands the knowledge that he's guarding in and out. Before, he had only snapshots of that knowledge and he was trying to share that with the rest of the world. And now he knows uh, the complete knowledge in and out, and he's scared to share with the world, because if the Four of Pentacles, not sharing it with anyone, because if he shares this with the rest of the world, some might misuse it and everything will get destroyed. So he is feeling little frustrated in his mind, how to share this, how to take things further. So what I'm seeing here is that he'll form a network of people and he would share his knowledge bit by bit. So he'll be very smart about sharing things, like he would share 1/4 of the knowledge with one person, another half of the knowledge with another person, and some in bits and pieces, and give them a clue that if you want to find something very specific about other aspect, go and talk to that person. And because that person doesn't know what others know and how much he has to share, so it would be like everyone has the complete knowledge in the group, but then they have to unite, and that's where the tricks would be. And that's where he is setting the guards and making a space for happy unity for everyone, and also creating a lonely place for the seekers. Like, not everyone will have everything, and which is sad, but which is also reality. And if we reflect in our past traditions, we never had everything written at one place. At least Hindu mythology, no. There's no single book where you'll find everything. Bhagavad Gita is summary of everything in a very cryptic way. Bhagavad Gita, if you have to understand Bhagavad Gita, you will have to read everything. They say that it is summary, but yeah, summary is just a summary. You don't have the details. If you want to learn something out of it, you have to get into the details, and then you have to go to specific books from where it has picked up a certain message. But nevertheless, this person, coming back to this person is going to create that kind of knowledge, and he'll going to share it in a very cryptic format, and he will be celebrating his success. And then he would be looking forward, because we have Three of Wands next. This It seems like this person's life is not going to end very soon. He has a lot of things to do in his life, and I don't know how and when it will end, because there's so many other things to do before he reaches the World card. So Three of Wands, learned something, a certain science, like Ayurveda is one science. He has learned, I'm just giving an example, that he has learned Ayurveda, and he thought that now if he has learned all the hidden treasures of Ayurveda, which the specialist even today don't know, and he has shared it with good people, or different aspects of it, because with Ayurveda you can create poison, with Ayurveda you can create medicines. Why I specifically said Ayurveda, because again, this person has his karma kshetra, where his actions, where would 10th house is Virgo, which is about bringing medicines to life, or to the humanity. So that's why I feel that he would have a very deep, specific knowledge in Ayurveda, and I see him always mixing up all the herbs in his kitchen. And because he's a close friend, I know his habits. I been associated with this person for a very long time. Whenever I visit his place, he would mix up at least 10 different herbs in the tea and give it to me. And he would explain that this time I'm making this kind of tea just because the temperature outside is like this. I'm like, okay, thank you. It works for me. So whenever I need tea, I just go to him, and he knows what kind of blend of tea I require. So I just have to go call him that I need a cup of tea and I'm coming. I have a headache or I'm feeling low, and he'll give me a specific kind of tea suitable for that time. So that's how I know that he is good with herbs and medicines and all those stuff. So after the success and celebration of what he has achieved, he's waiting for something new. And then Three of Wands and Eight of Swords. What I'm seeing here is that I don't know what this is, but he's going to break some barriers for himself, because after that we have Hierophant, something that he was not able to accept about himself. And I kept on asking him that what it is, and he said that even I don't know. I can randomly guess few things that which I don't accept about myself, but specifically I don't know. And uh, because different planets play different roles in the birth chart, a planet which is supportive of soul's journey or soul's purpose is in the Nakshatra of Chitra, and this planet is Saturn. Restrictions, and Chitra is all about fighting and creating, not fighting. Fighting is not suitable for Chitra. I think it's more about testing the waters, testing the ground for creation. So Saturn is restricting him to create something of himself, because Saturn wants him to be very sure when he is actually on the actual purpose. All this, what he has been doing till now, or will be doing till now, till here, and maybe related to Ayurveda, is only bringing things from his past life to the present life, only things that he has learned from his past life, which he's going to bring to his present life and share with him. Because again, this person has Ketu in his ascendant with moon, and all of that in Purva, Ashada, Nakshatra. So I feel that whatever he's doing till a certain period in his life, in next so many years, it would be only bringing the information from the past life. Maybe he was quite a successful teacher of a certain subject related to Ayurveda or something like that, which he would bring back in this life and share with others, because in past life possibly he didn't share with others, and that's the karma that was left, that he knew all that knowledge and he did not share it with others. Maybe he was scared to share it with others, or he was somewhere little. The reason why I'm saying here is that before the High Priestess, if you see the sequence of the cards in the description, before High Priestess, he has been always fighting for something and trying to be politically correct and not able to deliver what he actually wanted to deliver. And only after the High Priestess he is finding that courage and revisiting his past and trying to get through everything. And what I'm seeing here is that what is happening here for him is that now he has delivered, got that freedom from his past, and once he's free from his past, he is supposed to explore the purpose even further, because the life doesn't end for him here. So the soul or the Ashlesha Nakshatra still has some purpose for him. And uh, now the Saturn through Chitra Nakshatra is coming into picture, and Saturn is also Saturn Dasha is coming very late in his life. So what I feel is that now the actual purpose of this incarnation, part two, first is to finish the karma of past lives, and now with the free will and with the freedom, give the test, pass that test, that you are now ready to enter the phase two of your life, because Chitra Nakshatra will test the waters first. And the test would be tough because of the Saturn's presence there. What I'm feeling, that he would find that acceptance after breaking that set of norms. The next card is after the Eight of Swords is the Hierophant. He would get the acceptance from the universe, from Saturn, from the Chitra Nakshatra. Chitra Nakshatra's lord is Mars, which is also in Chitra Nakshatra for him. So very good thing, and he'll start something new because Page of Wands is there, and he will get a lot of love and affection and resources from other people, as we see that Page of Wands is followed by Four of Cups. He has celebrated something here, Three of Cups. He has now ended with that celebration, and he's getting new reasons to celebrate in his life. But then he chooses that he needs to leave all this behind uh, to explore more deep in life. He has to explore something more deeper in life, because after Four of Cups is the Eight of Cups. He leaves all his successes, all his failures behind, to almost like a brief period of uh, sannyas or something, leaving the worldly things and going out into the Himalayas or the jungles to meditate, to leave the world behind for some years. He would do that and then come back to find someone with whom he can share his life, because next is Two of Cups, and this person is a bachelor at this moment and doesn't want to get into any kind of relationship. That is another thing about him. But when he comes back, he would be desperate to find that relationship, and he would get into that relationship. And the next three cards are major two cards are major, and one is a court card. So the next immediate card to Two of Cups is King of Swords, and then the Magician, and then the Sun. And then what I'm seeing here is that more likely the King of Swords, he is on the top of his game right now. He doesn't want to be distracted from his purpose, even though he's in a relationship, but he knows what the purpose is, because through isolation of Eight of Cups, sometime during that time, he has also found his next purpose in life, and he's quite shrewd. And with the Magician, he's working very hard to bring some kind of innovation to this world, some kind of big innovation, because the sun and Magician combination brings something very divine and very big in nature. It's not something very small. Sorry, you cannot see the cards completely, because you can see the Magician half and the Sun half here, and followed by is that Seven of Wands. He will have to fight for that innovation, something huge that he's going to bring to the world. People will not accept it. It is a common thing. Each time something new was brought in on a spiritual level or on a scientific level, nobody accepted it at that time. People are never prepared for it. When Jesus came, no one was prepared for him. When Krishna came, they were waiting for him, but then there was the ruling class was never accepting of him. And then there was when Einstein talked about E is equal to mc square, not everyone understood that time. So he would defend for it, and he would again become because following to that card is Queen of Swords, which is also saying that he would again become very he would become a kind of person who would not trust others. He would only, because the next card is Ten of Cups, which is he would only trust very close family members. He'll not trust all the family members also. He would be very much confused whom to trust, whom not to trust, because Two of Swords follow Ten of Cups. He would be very rude to a lot of people. But then there is the Tower card here saying that something will change, and he would understand that he cannot be rude to everyone. He would not be in a position where he can constantly judge others, but then he would try to find a space where he can share some. He'll go back to the same strategy because he doesn't want to repeat the mistake of past life where he had a knowledge but he didn't share it with others because of a certain reason. He want to share it because he doesn't want to come back again. That is sure, because he the birth nakshatra Purva Ashada nakshatra is the moksha nakshatra, which is almost like trying to find that godly consciousness while living right now. Because if you haven't found that in this lifetime, you'll take another incarnation to experience that. Like Gautam Buddha, while living in his life, he had that nirvana. Nobody gets that nirvana after dying. They get that nirvana while living. So he wants to get that nirvana. So he would again share his knowledge, different parts to different people, not everything to one person. And he will juggle between the thoughts of with whom he should share what. And then one fine day he'll be very practical about it. The Emperor card follows, and he would be very practical, and he would share it with different people. And then the Seven of Pentacles, which is more like, wait, now I have finished my duties, everything is done, I'm waiting for my nirvana. Seven of Pentacles is waiting for the plant to grow and give fruits, and for him possibly the fruit would be nirvana. And then the Nine of Pentacles is something that you have achieved everything, you have got everything. So possibly I'm assuming that he will find that nirvana, and future is settled, future is blissful, and that's when the World card comes and everything ends for him at a beautiful stage. So that's my analysis, because this person was struggling so much with his life purpose. I thought that I'll start with his present struggle until go to the end. Okay. So that's the reading. Thank you so much. I hope it was enjoyable to listen to this whole big reading and experience. Namaste.